Welcome back. All right, so 2 games in the books. Here's a recap video, and I'm trying to figure out how tomorrow's going to work where there's 15 games on and they're all overlapping. And so tonight we have these 2 games, and then I'll be reviewing the Arizona-Colorado game when that's done as a video all in and of itself. All right, so pretty quiet Friday overall. We'll start off talking about the New York Islanders and the Columbus Blue Jackets. So for the Islanders, they came into this one with 82 points. They come out of this one above 82 points, so they have a winning season, but they're likely going to not be very happy with not getting both points. So it's Sorokin versus Hutchinson in this one. Early press by the Islanders. The shots are 2-1 Columbus at 4.5 minutes. McCowan, strong start for him. Really good first game. McCowan looks good, so I think Columbus has a good signing with him. It is hard to tell, though, because the first game for a player, you can get off to a really good start, and then the NHL, other teams will find a way to adjust, right? So there's always that grain of salt you take with a guy's debut, but good start for him. We had Pajot then, misses on a fast break. There's a power play for Columbus. That's killed off, but the shots on net are 6-1 for Columbus at 9 minutes. Islanders play picks up in the second half, and on a good press, Parise scores from Fasching at 13:37. Peterson rushes, but the Islanders end up picking off the puck. The Islanders weren't giving much room to the Jackets in the second half of that period, and it's 1-0 in favor of the Islanders after one. Second period, full power play for Columbus to start. The Islanders didn't let them set up. There's a shorthanded rush by Horvat. That's defended. The power play's killed off. No shots. Columbus would press a bit after, but there were no shots on net 3.5 minutes into the period. Marchenko scores, but it's a goalie interference challenge, and yep, you contact the goalie in the crease. And if you're not pushed in there and if you don't try to get out, it will end up coming back. So that was no goal. We then get a power play for Columbus, and they get it anyways. It's Gaudreau from Roslovic and Marchenko at 4:58. Gaudreau just walks in and wires it top shelf. But at 5:29, seconds later, it's a turnover, and it's in the net. Nelson from Palmieri on a nice one-timer. Jackets press at 7.5 minutes, and eventually they tie it again. It's Liam Foudy. Scores from Roslovic at 8:59. That is the 4th goal for Foudy in his last 8 games. It's tapped in. Talked about Foudy in a video about a week ago, and I saw negative comments about Foudy. All right, but he's got 4 goals in his last 8 games. Jackets then look for the lead. The Islanders press at the half. The shots are 6-3 Columbus with 9.5 minutes left. There was no Olivier or Blankenberg at this point. Blankenberg would come back. I didn't see Olivier come back. Shots are 11-6 for the Islanders with 6 minutes left. There's a press by Columbus with 3 minutes left, and eventually, Kent Johnson, one of the goals of the year, he scores at 17:06. Scores the Michigan. Yep, does the lacrosse goal, however you want to call it. And he made it look easy from behind the net. Sorokin had almost no chance on that one. I don't think Sorokin knew it was coming. That's the idea of the Michigan, right? You kind of fool the goalie with it. And apparently, when he was at Michigan, he never had a Michigan goal. So that's odd, although he did have one at the World Juniors. And then at 17:46, Columbus scores again. It's Robinson, I should say, tipping one in front. Bemstrom and McCowan with the assists. So McCowan with his first NHL point in that period. And so it's 4-2 in favor of Columbus after 2 periods. Third period, early press by the Islanders. No good Branson on the bench for Columbus. So at that point, there were 4 defensemen for the Blue Jackets. McCowan was denied as Sorokin bats one away from the net, and then Palmieri. One trickles in. It was a good press by the Islanders. Pellick and Mayfield with the assists at 3:34. Johnson has a rush chance to save. The rebound's held. We then get a power play for the Islanders, and they score on it. Nelson scores from Horvat and Dobson at 8 minutes. So for Horvat, that is 1 assist. Yeah, that was the only point he had. I thought maybe I'd seen him earlier in the board, but nope. Jackets press with 6.5 minutes left. Blankenberg comes back at around this point. Roslovic's denied as the Jackets press some more. Romanov's then denied. The Jackets cleared out. Jackets press with 1.5 minutes left, and with 28.3 seconds left, they draw themselves a power play. The Islanders get it to the overtime, but the Jackets control early there. They set it up, and they score. Jenner tips one in front from Boquist and Gaudreau at 40 seconds. Bit of a delay to see if it was a high stick, I believe, but nope, it's the goal. The game's done. Your final score is 5-4 for Columbus. They go to 23-41-7 on the season. For the Islanders, 37-27-9 with the overtime loss. So it's a point. It does get them further ahead of everybody behind them, but they're going to wish that they had both points in that one. So, yeah, tomorrow they're against Buffalo, and that's a good segue because Buffalo's up next. Now, this was a good idea. I went with the goat head, and I was actually looking for the Buffaslug to put up on the board, and I thought, all right, well, I can find the goat head magnet. I'll use that one. Good thing, because they were wearing the goat head tonight, and here it is. I'm wearing it for the recap. So it's Schmid versus Luukkonen in this one. Early press by the Sabres. Bratt then has a shot that's saved. He sure was as well. And the puck's cleared out. Thompson has a rush chance, is kicked aside, and then it's Dylan Cousins, who's been playing really well lately. He gets his 28th of the season. Quinn and Peterka with the assists at 6:29. He dekes that one around Schmid and buries it. And then seconds later at 7:08 on a net drive, Thompson roofs it. Tuck with the assist. However, New Jersey would answer. Sharon Govich, who's picked his play up lately, scores from McLeod and Severson at 9:06. He buries that one on a 2-on-1 rush. That was the 5th shot on net for New Jersey. The Devils then look to tie, but at 10:55 on their 7th shot, Quinn gets the 3rd goal for Buffalo. Cousins and Peterka with the assists. So that's the end of the night for Schmid. Vanacek's in. I'm not sure which of the 3 Vanacek might have saved that Schmid didn't, but you got to change it up early because you want your team to turn it around. New Jersey was trying to clinch themselves a playoff spot tonight. So the fans call one, the ref doesn't. Tatar fires one high on a rush. Dahlin with a reverse hit on He sure draws a crowd. And the Sabres come out of that with the power play. Mittelstadt's denied on a near miss by Tuck. Puck's cleared. It's killed off. Labushkin's denied. The rebound's cleared. And then Kevin Ball gets one for New Jersey to make it a 3-2 game. Hughes and Howell with the assists at 18:46. That one deflects in off Tuck's stick. They don't ask how, just how many. So yeah, 3-2 after 1 in favor of Buffalo. Second period, early press by the Devils. Thompson's denied. Or no, Thompson wasn't on the bench. I'm reading Thompson and then I'm reading below. Don't do that. I write left to right. I need to keep that in mind. Sabres press at 2.5 minutes. Myers denied. Sabres clear it out. Thompson would return. So a little bit of a scare there, but Thompson comes back. And then Tuck would score from Skinner and Krebs at 4 minutes and 50 seconds. Then there's a near miss for Quinn as the Sabres are pressing, looking for another one here. We get a power play for the Devils. There's a shorthanded blast by Tuck that saved. Late chances for the Devils, but it's killed off. Devils right back to the power play. We then end up with 19 seconds of 4-on-4. It's all killed off, and I don't think the Devils gave Buffalo anything on that power play. Sabres go back to the power play. Thompson hits the outside of the post, and then Tuck. It's a good cycle this time around. This one works. It's deflected in. Dahlin and Olofsson with the assists at 16:38. Hughes answers, but an offside challenge. And of course, when it's an offside challenge, 99 times out of 100, it's coming off the board. And it does here as well. I will put the goal on the board, and as soon as I hear it's being challenged for offside, I just take it off the board. I assume it's not going to be a goal. Bratt then has a rush chance that's saved and held. We have a near miss for Pozo in the final minute. And we're going to the third with Buffalo ahead by a bunch, which is good because they needed that in the third period. Good early back and forth. Thompson's denied on a net drive. Powers then denied and close. The Devils press at 4 minutes. Palat has a chance that's held. The shots are 4-2 for the Devils, 5 minutes in. And Hughes would score from Bratt and Ball at 5 minutes and 20 seconds. I misspoke today and said Hughes probably won't get to 1,000 points. Good thing, because with the way he scored tonight, he might get to 100 after all. So that one goes in. And then Howell was denied and close. Luukkonen holds there. Mittelstadt then has a rush chance that hits Vanacek in the mask. Power play for the Devils. Near miss for Meyer on a rebound. Tuck fires one wide on a shorthanded break. And then roofing it on a good cycle was Jack Hughes with his 39th of the season and his 2nd of the period. Heischer and Hamilton with the assists at 9:33. And now the Devils are looking to tie it. They've got the momentum. Yoki Haru has a shot that's held as the Sabres would press with 3:29 left. The Sabres get a power play. Really, really key here. And a bad time for a penalty by New Jersey, who've been very good at not taking penalties this season. So there's a shorthanded Howell, a chance that deflects wide. Good kill by the Devils. That's killed off. Cousins is denied after it ends. Devils pull the goalie with 1:20 left. With 7.6 seconds left, there's an icing by the Sabres. The Devils called a timeout. And in the end, the Sabres hold on. They win this one 5-4. They go to 34, 31, and 6 to keep their faint playoff hopes alive. For New Jersey, 45, 19, and 8. So they stay at 98 points and don't clinch themselves a playoff spot as of yet, but that could happen tomorrow. Shots on net are 13-12 New Jersey in the first. Both teams only had 5 shots in the second. 2 of the Buffalo ones went in. Shots are 13-9 New Jersey in the third. They outshoot Buffalo by a total of 31-26 in the game. New Jersey 1 for 3, Buffalo 1 for 4. The hits 18-5 for New Jersey. Schmid saves 4 out of 7. Vanacek saves 17 out of 19. Luukkonen 27 saves on 31 shots, but worthy of note, I mentioned in the news video this morning that the save percentage for Buffalo has been below 860. His was 871 today, so that's better. Anyways, there you go. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below, as always. Don't forget to hit like and subscribe if you're browsing your way through, you just happened upon this video. Thank you guys so much for watching, for all your support. I will talk to you again soon.